Hey friends, I'm going to go ahead and continue reading in Romans. I know I started at chapter 8. I gave you the whole book earlier in the year, but this go around I started in chapter 8 and I'm doing one chapter at a time. And when I gave you 8, that was going to be it. But 9 was really good, so I gave it to you, and then 10 and then 11, and now I'm giving you 12, and don't know about the rest. There's 16 books in Romans, so I may give them all to you. I don't know. Just kind of depends on how and where the Holy Spirit leads me each day. But this day, we're going to do 11. And I've got several other videos I'm going to share with you today also, like yesterday. Yesterday I did 4 or 5, and most of them were pretty short. So I hope y'all are watching or listening. I know watching this old hairy guy isn't fun, but listen to him anyway if you don't mind. It's good for your heart and your soul, because it's God speaking to us, and there's nothing we need more than that, my friends. The electricity in this town was off this morning, and it got cold in here. My heat is gas, but it's got an electric blower fan that blows the heat from the furnace up into each room, and without electricity, it wasn't blowing the heat into each room, and it was cold in here. But thank God it's back on now. I think that's the first time the electricity has been off since I moved here. I got a generator out in the garage that will run the whole house at the same time, everything in the house, including the heater or the air conditioner in the wintertime. In the summertime, the stove is gas, but it's been raining for 24 hours non-stop, probably 26 or 27 hours now, and I wasn't gonna drag the generator through all the mud puddles and everything to get it up near the house, so I just bundled up. And y'all, this three layer coat that I bought last month or earlier this month, I'm going to buy 2 or 3 more next payday if they still got them. I hope they still got them. This thing is nice. It's got a fleece shirt under it that is sewed in as part of it. It's got a insulated quilt liner, and then it's got this, whatever this is that you see on the outside. And it is warm. It is nice. It has a zipper and it has snaps. I don't know if you can see the zipper right here, right there. And then on the outer part, it's got snaps. And it was cheap. I don't remember how much it was, because I bought a lot of winter clothes all at the same time. But nothing I got was expensive. So, and I don't remember where I bought it. I went to 3 different places buying more winter clothes, and I don't remember where I bought it, but I'll go to all 3 of them again next payday and see if I can buy 2 or 3 of these things, because I like it. I wash it once or twice a week because I wear it a lot. All right, let me get to reading Romans chapter 12, y'all. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, y'all listen now, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Bam, y'all. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we, being many, are one body in Christ, and every one members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity, he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, and honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. That's hard, I know, but that's what we're going to do. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but consent to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. And I know it's our natural state of mind to want to get back with those that do us wrong. We want to get even with them, but that's not our job. That is God's job. God will repay. He's a lot better at it than us, and it will be done in a holy manner if God does it, and probably not so if we do it. So just let vengeance be repaid by God, not by us. And I'm telling you that from experience because I used to like to get back. I like to get even, and that's not godly. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If your enemy is thirsty, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil. I'm going to read that again. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. And that's the end of the 12th chapter. And y'all, if you live in God's holy word like I keep telling you to do, and if you live in prayer, communicating with your Creator, with your Lord, you will overcome evil with good all the time. And that's what we are commanded to do. That is it, my dear friends, for chapter 12 of Romans. Romans is packed with good stuff, but I tell you what, y'all, every book in this Bible, every chapter of every book in God's holy word is good stuff. I don't know how many hours a day I spend in his word, and I jump around to all different parts of it. It is good, y'all. I hope you're doing the same. I made a lot of candy yesterday. Goodness gracious. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of it. I would mail some of it to some of y'all, but it melts just sitting on the counter here, and I don't have it hot in here, so I can't mail it. One of my neighbors back behind me checked in on me last night, and I told them I would give them some of it. I don't know what to do with all this candy, and I've still got ingredients over there to make as much or more than I made yesterday. So those ingredients don't last long, so I got to make candy. I might take the day off, though. I was tired yesterday standing up, and I used my rollator to sit a lot as much as I could, but you can't get up close to the countertop sitting on a rollator seat, so I stood a lot too, and my back and legs was hurting last night. I'm fine now, but when I get back over there making more candy, they're going to start hurting again. But I got to get it made, and I still am eating that stuffed bell pepper soup I made. That stuff is good. I haven't had breakfast yet. I might have a bowl of that for breakfast. I cooked enough of it for an army. The original recipe just had enough for 4 or 5 servings, and that wasn't enough for me. I love that stuff so much, so I started cooking it in the crock pot instead of the Instapot. The crock pot, I think, gives me 1.5 gallons. The Instapot gave me 3/4 of a gallon, three quarts, and neither one of those was enough, so I cook it on top of the stove now in a big crock pot. And I get, I don't know how many meals. I probably get 10 or 12 meals out of it now, as much as I cook. 2 pounds of meat and all the veggies that goes with it. 4 bell peppers, a large or 2 small onions, and just all kind of spices and stuff. It's good. It is really good. And I still got a lot left, so I'll probably have some for breakfast. That's it for now, y'all. I'll be back 3 or 4 more times today. I think I need to get me some more coffee, though. And I got to reset my little blinky clocks. Goodness gracious, y'all. And I forgot what you call it. My mind is blank. but I want the perfectionist in me. I'm not near the perfectionist I used to be, but I still have to have all my clocks set at the exact same time. And running from clock to clock to clock to clock, you're going to be off a minute or two. But I have learned how to do it. I'll set all the clocks for the same time, but not push the finish button. And then once I got them all set for the same time, then I'll run from one to the other and hit the finish button. And that way they're all within 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 seconds of each other. And I can deal with that. I can't deal with 15 or 20 seconds from each other, because then you have them at one time all reading different times. But I got that figured out pretty good, so that's how I do it, and I got to do it. And you know what's weird? This was the first time the electricity's been off since I've been in this house. The first time since I bought that big fancy stove over yonder. When the electricity came back on, the oven light came on, and it was off before the electricity went off. So I can't figure that out, but it was on. When the electricity came on, the clock on the stove was blinking and the oven light was on. So I just pushed the button and turned it off, but I never had that happen on a stove before, and I think every stove I ever owned had an oven light in it. But anyway, y'all, that's that. Kitty Callie's taken care of for the morning. She's laying on the couch on her blanket there. She was laying right here. I guess she wasn't finished sleeping, because she goes in the living room to do her serious sleeping. That's where she's at now. I guess maybe not having electricity for a while stressed her out. I don't know what goes on in her head. But she's not right in front of me like she usually is. I hope she's all right. I've rambled way too much here, y'all. That's the way I am, though, isn't it? Y'all that been around a while, y'all knows I like to chase rabbits. God bless you, friends. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.